land dead. This land, 60 million acres, enough for an acre each. 42 million acres is agricultural, 12 million natural waste, mountains, bog moor, etc. 6 million is the urban plot. But who owns Britain? 42% is owned by farmers or householders. 17% has been sold off to new money. 30% still rests in the hands of ancient landowners. 2/3 of the UK is owned by 0.36% of the population, while 24 million families share the urban plot of 6 million acres. The top 50 landowners own over 7 million acres, or 12%. The biggest landowners are the Forestry Commission, National Trust, Ministry of Defence, the Crown Estates, RSPB, DEFRA, the Duchy of Cornwall, the Church of England, Hugh Grosvenor, the Duke of Athol's Trust, Richard Scott. Many of these are either covertly or legally controlled by the monarch, who has the ultimate controlling interest or final say. For example, the Queen is the head of the Church of England, and the government governs in the name of Her Majesty. The government can issue a compulsory purchase on any land it wants to. People of Britain, the land's dead, lying fallow. They say it'll return come this All Hallows, but we know that will never happen, because the land's owned by those who don't want new towns to grow. On this blessed plot, this earth, they say there's no room for more foreign serfs. But there's a long history of building new towns, from the 1920s through post-war 1940s and right through the 1960s, such as Crawley, Hemel Hempstead, Harrow, Welwyn Garden City, Basildon, Redditch, Runcorn, Milton Keynes, Peterborough, Northampton, Warrington and Telford. Gordon Brown announced 10 new eco-towns to ease the demand for low-cost housing just before he became Prime Minister, but only one was revealed. In September 2014, the CBI called for 10 new towns and garden cities to ease the housing crisis. This housing crisis is a land crisis. There is a radical shortage of building plots. The main problem is with the large landowners gaining subsidies for either keeping the land fallow or indirectly in rent from their tenant farmers. While in Russia, the government continues to hand out farm plots to its citizens. Whose land is it? A business gimmick. And whose land will be it? Should you be handed, purchase, or come buy some land, find out what the composition of the soil is. You don't want chalk, but soil-sand mixture, lime clay soil. What's already growing on it? This will give you clues as to the best things to grow. To fertilise the land, animals on it will be good. Also, grow more X64 NPK is useful. Nitrogen for growth, phosphate for roots, potash for the colour taste. Dig it in. Break up the soil every so often and leave for 2 weeks. Potatoes. Move position every 3rd year. Plant 4 inches deep in a trench. Cover because of the birds. Carrots in sandy soil. Ground has to be warm. Sets are best. Cut tops off because of the birds. Tomatoes. 3 tusks. Runner beans. Pick out the sides. Need a lot of moisture. Plant a foot deep. First put peelings in, then earth to germinate. Always use fresh seeds. Weed. Patience. Whose land is it? And whose land will it be? Meanwhile, on the Golan Heights, or North Acton, they crack on bomb sites. A business gimmick. Land dead. Land dead.